What's going on YouTube? It's Davion Seen It. I just came back from seeing Barbarian, and man, that shit was really weird, man. I mean, it's for my YouTube channel, y'all. Tell them how you feel, bro. Yo, what the hell did we just watch, bro? Shout out to all y'all. Y'all going on the channel, all right? All right. Yo, Davion Seen It. Now, hopefully y'all have subscribed and liked the video. And now we finna get right on into this review for Barbarian. So Barbarian is a movie about this woman who goes to this Airbnb, and it is double booked by this strange man. Now, comes to find out, the more she stays there, the more weird shit that she finds out. Now, I will say, man, this movie is not really a traditional horror movie. I mean, they did a lot of things different, and the tension was definitely high. One thing I want to talk about is the sound design, the music score for this movie. I am talking about the opening scene when we heard them creepy noises. That shit was crazy to me. Now, throughout this film, I had a lot of questions that was going on with this movie. Where was the direction? Where are we going with this movie? What is this movie clearly about? I have a feeling that I still haven't got all of the answers in this movie. There wasn't many questions answered. So hopefully we can get a few sequels maybe, or maybe there'll be like some kind of backstory. But yo, there was a lot going on in this movie. Now, as far as the horror aspect, wasn't a typical horror aspect. It did have a few tropes in it. You know, the typical hello going on in a dark room and you know, the monster comes out and kill you. Yes, it had a lot of that. But the movie took a turn for something different, and as far as direction, you add Justin Long in the movie, and yo, it actually worked. The comedic aspect actually worked. Now, I won't lie, I will admit that at first when I seen Justin Long and I seen where they was going to take his character, being that how they was going to lighten up the movie, I at first was like, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about this whole tone change in the movie, because this is supposed to be a horror movie. But it actually worked. And if you notice that with that scene, and you know what scene I'm talking about, man, I'm going to give y'all a hint. You know, that was a crazy scene. That was a crazy scene. So we definitely needed a break from that, because that was very intense. Now, the main characters, all of the performances in the movie, I have to say, they was actually pretty stellar to me, because we got to see people be in fear authentically. You know what I'm saying? It was some really good acting going on in the movie. Now, shout out to your boy Billy Skarsgård, you know, for doing his thing as this awkward, socially awkward kind of person. And it's kind of cool to see him transition from that, being that he was a psychotic killer clown in the It series, the modern It series. I'm not talking about the original from Stephen King, obviously. But overall, this movie, it was weird. It was weird. It was disturbing. Everything about it was really disturbing. It took you by surprise by many things that just occurred. I mean, you just like, yo, what is going on in this movie? It's like this movie is going here, and you think you finna get to this destination, and then it takes a U-turn, and then it cuts a corner. So it's taking you on a wild goose chase. That's the thing I liked about the movie, though. It had me wanting to know more. I want to know the origin. I want to know the backstory. I want to know why, and what's going to be the resolution that happens after all of this is settled. But we didn't get that. Now, I read somewhere when I was reading the reviews for the movie, I read somewhere that there was going to be potential sequels to further that story. So I look forward to it, man. At first, when I left the theater, I didn't really feel that I liked the movie. I didn't know if I liked it or not, or it just had me feeling away, just like trying to wrap my mind about what the hell was really going on. But as far as the premise, we had an original premise. The set designs, they were original. The music, if you want to give everything else B pluses, then you have to give this category an A plus, because the sound design and everything, how it was just mixed and set up, it was just had me on edge. I felt like the sound design was more scarier than the actual jump scenes, if you ask me. And let's talk about that cinematography. That cinematography was very promising. because we got certain angles and shots that, like for instance, we'll have a shot of an empty room in this really dirty dried blood, old blood infested bed with all these nasty liquids and stuff like that. And it's just an empty room with a camera. That shit right there looks scary alone. You know what I'm saying? And when she was going down the attic underneath the basement, you see her just discover more creepy shit. She starts going deeper. And then shout out to y'all if y'all can sit through that movie and not be claustrophobic, because my claustrophobia was, my anxiety was acting up with that claustrophobia. Because if you know what I mean, if you watch the movie, you know exactly what I mean. Overall, this movie was a solid horror movie, even though it did have a few traditional horror movie tropes. Everything was done in an innovative way. And I look forward to seeing, if there's going to be any sequels, I look forward to seeing it, because, there's many questions that I need answered. And that's what I kind of like. I mean, it's not meant to be a standalone film. We don't even know if this movie is just going to be a standalone film. What if it's one of those movies where you just have to keep using your imagination and keep guessing and guessing, because they're not going to make a sequel? I mean, it's movies out there like that. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and go down a list of that, but you never know, man. Anyway, that's my review, my quick review, my thoughts on The Barbarian. Solid film, man. Yes, well, I will watch it again, and I will say I will give it 4 out of 5 eyes, and that's how I'm rocking with it. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Get me up to 2,100. And I will be continuing to drop more videos and content throughout the weeks. Even though I'll be lying with my lying ass. But I got y'all. Anyway, y'all be easy out here, y'all. Be easy.